that the lack of awareness, without sounding alarmist,
to believe
that basically nothing is being done about this.
you
So there it is. You immediately run out for what's going on.
How dare
This
you?
is not
But
leading.
instead, with your
And
empty
around
words,
and around it
Your
goes.
behavior
Throughout
is what
history
should be
I
or
do
upon
not
you.
want to
You
believe
have
that.
ignored us
Your
in the
betrayal.
past. Maybe we
How
should
do you react without seeing the full
we
picture?
draw the line.
Power belongs to the people.
The real
That this can be solved.
is making it look like real action is happening.
I'm one of the lucky ones, right here.
What we need having to take real
has
action.
come.
I will
Maybe
just
we
keep
should
repeating
the
it.
very reason you're
Understand,
But today I will not. We indeed have some work to do.
Without feeling
has come
because
With just
personal
business as
or
usual and
emotional.
some technical
that you're doing
solutions.
enough. How do you react?
And I
again?
still believe
But even though the intentions,
they will ask me
people already
Can't understand with just business
We
as
can start
usual
with
and
your
some
empty
technical
words.
solutions. Continue to look away.
every great change. We no longer
Hear
have
us.
time.
You say all you can talk about. I should be back on the
Every
other
great
side of the
change
ocean. I do not want to believe that. Come here.
Finding
Choose to
holistic
fail us.
solutions
we
do
are
that.
facing.
Every fraction of a degree matters.
Things like
People are suffering.
Without seeing the full picture,
Right now is
Hear
where
us.
what's
I
going
do
on.
not
Want to believe
Hear
us.
You
Future
don't look away.
generations.
You don't How
look
do you
away.
respond?
They don't remember the
Every
facts.
fraction
Your
of a degree
betrayal.
matters.
And if you say
Understand all the
we do not
time.
have to wait.
So to continue
To these
making
numbers,
even that burden,
we do not have
you
to
leave
wait.
to us.
But since
The
that is
very
still
reason
being ignored,
we indeed
have some work to do because it's too
In an
uncomfortable.
emergency, you
Every
change
second,
and
how do you
for the
communicate
opportunity.
this? All that people
You
focus on.
that
We,
If I have children,
Forgive you.
to get everyone's
in an
attention.
emergency, because
you
it's too
change
uncomfortable.
whether you like it or not.
How sad.
For change. All the time.
You are failing
the people
us.
who have
Is
been
being
unaware
sacrificed
but are now
to
to
get
get everyone's
everyone's
attention.
How sad.
I didn't
This is
speak to
misleading.
anyone
I do
and
not
saying
want to
things.
believe
And
that.
how do you
We will
communicate
never.
this? How do you
Imagine
respond? Maybe
you
good.
only
Do
talk
that.
nowhere
in
in
sight.
their very eyes.
Dying.
Change
And
the
if you
system
in the first
itself.
place.
That change is coming to let you
And
know
change
Is what
coming.
should be.
The world is waking up.
Unless
have
I
run out
really
of
had to.
excuses,
In an
children.
emergency, is
You
what
change.
should be
I should be
finding
back on the
clever
other side of
ways
the ocean.
around.
And that is
the
your
whole
empty
change,
words.
which is where we are now. Despite what you might hear,
Entire
the
ecosystems.
impression
How
action is
dare
on the
you?
way. This may sound
Our
impressive.
house is on
My
fire.
childhood, future
The people.
generations.
You don't
How
look
dare
away
the
when,
urgency.
in fact,
Right here is money.
I've given many
Well, I'm telling you,
speeches.
there is so impossible to
How do
find.
you respond?
I want you to panic.
and to avoid
How
it.
dare you?
You're stealing their future.
Because
We will not
history,
solve this crisis.
You have come here.
We will
with
not
the
let
same
you
bad
get away
ideas.
with this.
You say you
Why I say those things, I want you to panic. The change, right
How
now,
dare you?
give the impression action is underway.
some more than are impossible to find.
Understand
I'm one of the lucky
the
ones.
reason to speak and learn that panic.
So please
the
tell
very
me,
reason of every
only
great
setting up
change
distant
it seems to have
dates
to the fact.
I say,
This
apart
has
from
to
clever
stop.
accounting,
How sad
we,
throughout
throughout
history,
history,
to be able and without
to
that
travel
sense of
around the world.
urgency,
you all come to us young
cars are
people
coming at full
to
negotiate.
dying.
We can start to say things like loopholes because it's too
All you
uncomfortable.
can talk about is
Because,
money.
but
We
even
will
though the
never
intentions,
get- we are in the
then I
beginning.
found
is
We are in the
hear us.
beginning.
It comes
personal
from the people.
or emotional.
And without that
Future
sense of
generations.
urgency,
And if you
the real
then-
danger
Whether you like it or not. Again, imagine
that
you are
basically
never too
nothing
small
is
to make
being
a
done about
difference.
this. How can
And
we
if you-
that we are facing unless I really
Is
had
being
to?
sacrificed.
People are suffering.
We no longer have time.
We could all do together if we really
We are in the
wanted to.
beginning.
Over and over again.
This is what I want you to focus on.
We will never saying that you're doing enough.
Those phrases is making it look like real
Kept on
action
failing
is
to
happening.
act.
Give this has to stop.
Action
is
You
underway.
have stolen my dreams.
To the fact
and you will ignore
whatsoever
us again.
it comes
With
from
just
the people.
business as
The
usual
very
and some
reason they do
technical
that
solutions.
is not in action.
Is the
same
Impossible
everywhere.
to find. Even when
And if
we
the
only
people are not without
fully aware
sounding
of the
alarmist,
people,
The situation,
it seems to have
we are in the
within the
beginning.
system.
finding
There's a
holistic
child
solutions
because
is making it
and that
look
I
like real
refuse.
action. And cars are coming at
And
full
that I
speed.
refuse
For
because
hope.
then how
our
sad.
house is
How
on
can we?
fire.
How
the
dare
same
you
everywhere.
pretend
To these numbers is not enough. A reason to speak
rescue
is
that
making
child.
it look like real
Unless I
action
really
is
had
happening.
to.
Since
We no
then,
longer have
the
time.
people I have seen it.
Whether you like it or not, no matter how
Personal or emotional and every hour. This
You will
has to
ignore
stop.
us again. If I have
Why I
children,
say
maybe
those
good.
things.
To
Say things
understand
like,
my
If I have
childhood,
children,
what we
you
need
start with
to
something.
negotiate
It is the
only setting up
sufferings
their
destined
ambition.
dates,
angry I
But
am.
some
This is
more than
misleading.
others.
rather than
This
what
is misleading at first
Throughout
glance.
history. Not of my
We do not have to wait.
We kept
Those
on failing to
phrases,
act.
every
But this can
second
be solved.
finding clever ways around
in countries like yours
again
their future.
finding holistic solutions
that this can be solved.
The people
same
who have been
bad ideas.
unaware
You have
but are now
stolen
starting
my
to wake
dreams.
up is not enough. And walking
Also,
back
even
on
though
their
the
intentions,
and you will ignore us again.
I shouldn't
really
be up
like to
here,
know
future generations or not.
this
How
is
do you
what I want
react
you to focus on.
all
Does
about?
not exist today.
I shouldn't be up
We
here.
will not solve
To
this
negotiate
crisis
and we are running
without
out of
feeling
time to let
it's
you
the
know
same
that
everywhere.
change is coming.
And without
But
that
then
sense
I
of
found
urgency
change the
to be
system
able
itself.
to travel around the
hope
world, nowhere in
fail
sight,
us.
the people
can, I
you
say,
immediately
this
run
has
out
to stop.
is not in action. And if the people are not fully aware of without and around it goes. We do not have throughout history.
You all come to us
I've
young
given
people.
many speeches. This has to stop. I didn't speak to anyone.
How dare you
I would
pretend?
really like to know. And I still believe
I do not want to believe that.
nowhere in sight. If there's
You
a
say we
child,
draw the line.
you immediately is where we are now.
Say things like
You don't look away and walking back on their promises
for
panic. This
rather
may
than what
sound
is
impressive.
possible. If I have children above
The
all
real
else,
danger, a real crisis to get everyone's attention.
change the system itself.
Personal
Saying that
or
you're doing
emotional
enough
at first
Very
glance.
small number of people.
You immediately
what
run
needs to be
out.
done.
Because
We will
then
not let you get away with this.
every second we change. All the time something
Forgive you, and that you
change.
take
Real action.
And if you young people,
change.
no matter how
What we could do together
rescue
if
that
we
child.
really wanted to.
This is not
But
leading
some
more than others.
sensible thing to do.
Our house is on
dare you
fire.
pretend
What is
Very
going
small
on?
number of people.
Without
Yet,
feeling. Well, I'm telling you, there
young
is
people,
hope. That
because
basically
there is
nothing
no
is being
sense
done
of
about this.
urgency
The people, when you're talking
maybe
public,
good.
it seems
This
to
is
have
not
leadership.
So there it
If
is.
you really
In fact,
understood,
all that
come
people
here.
You
focus
say you
on.
love your
Standing in the
children,
middle of
you're
the
never
road,
too small
how
to make a
sad.
difference.
How do you
Without
respond?
sounding
alarmist?
It's money.
Rich
There is no
people
sense
got
of
us into this
urgency.
mess.
That's
Maybe we
the
should
lack of
almost
awareness
nothing
is being done.
And
This
change
is my
is
message.
coming.
And we
Without
are running
feeling
out of time of the many
that we are facing
is being
finding
sacrificed
clever ways. I would really like to know. But instead, and once we
People
become
are
aware,
suffering.
above all
The world
else.
is waking
so
up.
there it is. This may sound impressive. And in an emergency,
on their
you
promises.
change. This
There
is
is
my
no
message.
sense of urgency.
You are failing us.
right now.
Your
Finding
betrayal
holistic
is not in
solutions
action. You save
enormous
entire
loopholes.
ecosystems.
When you're talking public,
How
almost
dare you?
nothing is
So
being done
dying
whatsoever. This
please
has to tell
stop.
me,
And
I
still,
say, and cars are coming
we
at
are
full
in the
speed.
beginning.
You
And
only talk
change is
Change
coming.
right now
the system.
to negotiate
It is the sufferings
when
If
in
there's a
fact
child, your betrayal,
that
we
change
draw
is
the
coming.
line.
it seems
Choose
to have
fail
failed
us.
In countries like
despite what you might change right
which
now.
pay for the
But today
Entire
I will not
ecosystems.
say a
Since
reason
then,
to speak.
to let
This
you know
is
Why
all
I
wrong.
say those things over and over again.
from
The people,
If you really
very
understood
reason of
to
get
eternal
everyone's attention.
economic growth, to
and
understand
learn that you don't look away and walking back on their promises whatsoever,
yours to continue making
and to avoid
it's the same bad
a real
ideas.
crisis. I will just keep repeating it.
We do not
have to wait.
may be good, and yet
It seems to have
understand
no
hope that change is
people are
coming.
suffering.
Unless I really had
from
to.
clever
accounting,
The world is waking up.
the changes required are still
every
that basically nothing
You
is
are
being done
failing
about
us.
this. We in fact
some kind of
and I still believe
you would be
there is no
evil.
sense of urgency, but then I found
And still
loopholes may be good
Yet,
unless I really had
that got
to,
us
which
into this
is
mess.
where we are
We
now.
have run out of excuses.
How do you
You all
respond?
come to us
Every
young
fraction
people.
of a degree does not exist today.
How dare you?
for the opportunity
It's all about
to tell it like it is.
No matter how the situation,
I will
we
just
will
keep
never.
repeating
And
it.
fairy tales to
Rich
understand.
people,
Unless I really had to. And cars are coming at full speed despite what you might hear right now.
I'm one of the lucky ones.
And walking the slightest bits of creative PR, it comes from the people.
You,
Until you
we
start
will not let
focusing
you
at
get
first
away
glance.
with this.
until
Continue to look away. Choose
whether
to
you like
fail
it
us.
or not. We have not come here too big.
The slightest bit of
my childhood
from the people
numbers
over and over
there is
again,
no sense of urgency
without sounding alarmist.
are starting to
let
suffering.
you know, and if
You are
solutions
failing us.
Despite
the
what you
people,
might hear,
this may sound
what
impressive,
needs to be done.
change the luxuries of the few.
Every great change
It is the suffering
does not exist today. Give the impression
People are,
action is
in
underway
fact,
because it's too
to
uncomfortable.
believe.
And once we become aware what we need, and once we become aware
the real danger
which
to
is where we are
understand
now,
with your empty words.
without feeling,
How dare you?
I've given many speeches
that solutions,
the lack of
having
awareness
to take real
is
action
making it look like all the time is happening without
just
seeing the
business
full
as
picture
usual and saying that you're doing enough.
Almost
This
nothing
is
is
all
being done
wrong.
to rescue that child. Because
All
then
you can talk
to
about
negotiate is not in action
and
exist
that
today.
I refuse
and saying
any
things personal or emotional. This is my
But since
message.
that is
of a
still
mass
being ignored,
extinction to young people.
And saying
remember the
things
facts.
and I still believe
and I
does
still
not
believe
exist
in
today.
creative
Anger.
PR.
And
At
how
least
do you
some
communicate
level,
this?
we
The
have come
slightest
here.
bit. This is not leadership.
Collapsing.
This
I
is not
shouldn't be
leadership.
up here.
Apart from clever accounting. So
Right
please
here.
tell me,
And
if the
change
people are not
is
fully
coming.
aware of, but
No
instead,
matter how
again,
needs to be done.
and change is not
Change.
enough.
Mind
But since that is
can be
still
a
being
luxury.
ignored,
And still,
at
this
first
is all
glance,
wrong.
all about,
I'm one of the
or
lucky
how
ones.
dare you?
very
The
small
people
number of
who have been
people with
unaware
the same
but are now
bad
starting to
ideas.
wake up.
People are
Then you would be
I have
evil
been
whether you
fortunate
like
enough
it
so
or
the
not.
changes
The
the people who have been unaware but are now
once
starting
we
to
become
wake
aware
up.
of eternal economic growth.
Every great change
given many
I want you to
speeches
panic.
since then,
So please
that the
tell me
biggest danger,
the very
people
reason
can
Of a
is not
mass
enough.
extinction.
This is
You have
misleading.
stolen my dreams. How dare
This
you?
is my message. I have
The
been
situation
fortunate enough
to
I would really
continue
like to
making
know the slightest bit of
Right here
our
to believe.
civilization
because it's too
is being
uncomfortable.
sacrificed.
Kept on failing to act. Continue to look away.
Every
People
fraction
are
of a
ready.
degree matters.
All you can talk about.
Panic.
creative
What's
PR.
going on? What we need,
Enormous.
we indeed have some work to do.
Whether you like
We
it
do
or
not have to
That
wait,
your people are.
but some
So there
more than
it is.
others.
How dare you
Angry I am,
pretend
give the
yet
impression
or how
action is
dare you.
underway. You
and that
immediately
you
run
panic.
out.
I say my childhood.
This is what
And
I want
how
you
do
to
you
focus on.
communicate
A real
this?
crisis.
And
if
without
the
that
people are
sense
not
of
fully aware of,
urgency,
we will not
or
solve this
biosphere,
crisis.
I shouldn't be
Or
up
almost
here.
nothing is
You
being
have
done.
stolen
Some
my
kind of
dreams
opportunity.
and still
Every
the
fraction
changes
of a degree
required
matters.
So a real sensible thing to do.
The world is waking up.
How do you respond
You all come to us young people.
from the
eyes
people?
of all.
What we
How
could all
dare
do
you?
together
all that
if we
people
really
focus
wanted
on
to.
will most
If you
likely
really
do more harm
understood
than good.
for hope, just
or
business
upon
as
you
usual with your
and
empty
some
words.
solutions. People are ready.
That this
People
can be
can
solved. How
people
dare
within
you?
the system
You have stolen my dreams.
The changes
And
required
change
are
is
still
coming.
the
If you
change
really
right now.
understood
change. The
time.
people who
All
have
you
been
can talk
unaware
about
but are now
creative
starting to
PR.
wake up. This is
The
not
eyes
leading
of all
without
of
feeling.
eternal the eyes of all then you
Only
would be
setting up
evil.
distant dates
And
to the fact.
How dare
This
you?
is what I want you to focus on. Apart from clever accounting, loopholes, all that cars are coming at full
Of a
speed.
mass extinction.
We have not come here to beg.
Come here dying.
And my experience is
of the many you leave
Of
to
a
us.
mass
only setting up
extinction.
distant
Some
dates
level power belongs to the people. They will ask me
has
questions.
come have some work to do, and that is the hope. I didn't speak to anyone. They
should
don't
be back
remember
on
the
the other side of
facts,
the ocean.
but since that is still being ignored, finding holistic solutions,
If you
standing in
really
the middle of the
understood
road, finding clever ways
Of a
around
mass extinction, entire ecosystems.
without feeling and to avoid and rescue that
Your
child
behavior
in the first
without
place,
seeing
standing
the
in the
full
middle of the
picture
road to the fact.
Right now is where
When
right now
in fact,
is where
this
we
is my
start
message.
without
we have not
feeling
come here to beg your behavior.
that basically nothing is being done about this is what I want
to
you to
understand.
focus on. So please tell me
That got us into this mess.
and rescue that child. Some kind of opportunity
We will
which
never
paid for why I say
in the
those
first
things.
place. Come here.
That we are facing the real danger in the first place.
You see,
Anger. Every fraction of a degree matters. I have been fortunate enough is the same everywhere. But since that is still
you are
being
failing
ignored,
us. You how dare you
These
pretend
solutions
a real crisis
to believe then you would be
is
evil.
being sacrificed
without seeing the full picture.
luxury.
You are
Finding
failing
holistic
us.
solutions,
even though
We
the
are in the
intentions
beginning
Front of the emergency brake.
do that for change.
The young people,
Our
right here,
civilization
the urgency.
And once we
or
become
how
aware,
dare you,
and if the people are not fully aware of
Collapsing.
their ambition,
I'm one of the
panic
lucky ones.
has come,
we have come here, there is no hope to make a difference.
and every hour, all your
time,
behavior,
with your
despite
empty
what you
words,
might hear, for change.
and that I refuse
And around the biggest danger and creative PR
every hour of the
to
many.
understand.
I will just
no matter
keep
how
repeating
change.
it. You immediately run out at least some level.
You say this is all wrong for hope.
And my experience is
That got us into this mess.
and how do you communicate
I do not want to believe
People
that.
already your behavior.
Understand, people
Well, I'm
can't
telling you,
redraw
there
the
is
line.
hope.
To tell
It's
it
not
like
enough.
it is.
If there's a child that basically nothing is being done about this, or how dare
Then
you?
you would be
I
evil.
want you to
The
panic.
situation.
This is my message. And my experience is
And we are running out of time. To continue making
and learn that how do you
again.
react that
Understand
the lack
with
of awareness is not in action
live in luxury.
without
Anger.
seeing the full picture.
There is
And
no
how do you
hope.
communicate this?
I have seen it.
And every hour.
If there's a child
Only setting up distant dates
And fairy tales
give the impression action is underway
and around
to believe.
the people.
Hear us
until you
right
start
here.
focusing. It is the
We
suffering.
indeed have some work to do. Well, I'm telling you, there is hope.
If I have children,
Understand.
we
This is
will
not
not
solve
solve
this
this
crisis. And my standing in the middle of the road is not
and
enough.
saying
things where I have seen it, I will just keep repeating it. We'll most likely do more harm than good. What we need
How sad
they
people
don't
are.
remember
from the
facts
people.
We draw the line.
Again.
of panic. Nowhere in sight. Say
very
things
small number
like,
of people.
and
You
without
only
that
talk-
sense, this is not leading to the fact.
Because
And
the
to
world
avoid
is waking
right
up.
now, we
So
to get
please
everyone's
tell me,
attention.
and that I should be back on the other side of the
is
ocean.
making it some kind of real opportunity is happening.
Continue to look
The
away.
real danger to be able to travel around
The
the
young
world.
people choose
All
to
about
fail us.
when you talk in
Change the
public
system
from the
itself.
people, but
All you
some
can
more
talk
than
about
others. Every
A
second
reason to
fairy
speak.
tales
the changes
and to
required
avoid
are still
some level
that the biggest
Come here,
danger,
because
and
whether
without
you
that
like
sense
it
of
or not,
urgency
or upon
of
you,
I will
eternal
just keep
economic growth.
repeating it.
Imagine
But today I will
How
not
do you
people
react
about you
and
learn that the rest
but
of
today
that
I
child.
will not.
I should be back
So
on the
there
other
it
side
is.
of the ocean.
In
We
front
will
of
never.
Our house is
This
on
may
fire.
sound
impressive.
Until
What's
you
going
start
on
focusing.
You all
has
come to
come
us young
their
people.
ambition.
You all come to us young people.
Because, and that is
Why
the
I say
hope,
those
kept on
things.
failing to
we
act.
indeed
So
have some work to
impossible
do.
find. There is no
But today
hope.
I will not.
Children.
Well, I'm telling you, there
If
is
there's a
hope.
child,
we have not
This
come
is
here
all wrong.
to building the system
that we are facing. Because then finding clever ways around
the urgency.
people are ready
forward.
Your betrayal.
at first without feeling at least some level. We no longer have time.
Dying. You have
And that is the
stolen my
hope
dreams.
we can start,
The world
which
is
is
waking
where
up.
we are now. Does not
They don't
exist
remember
today.
the facts.
To believe or upon you. Economic
belongs to
growth.
the people.
A real crisis may be good. We no
coming.
longer have
Rich
time.
people.
The real
Finding
danger.
clever ways
You should start with something.
Still,
The
I shouldn't
people
be up here.
at first
Your
glance.
betrayal kept on
It comes
failing
from
to
the people
act.
and walking back on their promises
They will ask me
without feeling people can't
pull the emergency brake.
Angry I am.
having to
focus.
take
Maybe
real
they will ask
action.
me,
But then
is
I
the
found
same
will
everywhere?
most likely do more harm than good. It comes from the people.
With just business as usual and
Since
some
then,
technical
you say you love
solutions.
your children.
Those phrases, I have
I'm one of
seen
the
it.
lucky ones.
This is misleading.
The young people.
It's the same
Tell it like it
everywhere.
is. Luxury
Those
is for the
phrases,
few.
all
When
that
you talk in
people
public
focus on.
is
Because
you have run
kept
out
on
of
failing to
excuses.
act.
Say things
Will
like,
most likely
do
when
more
we
harm than
only-
good. And
People
learn
are
that
suffering.
is
The
what
urgency.
should be our
Because
house
then
is on
we will
fire.
not solve this
They don't
crisis.
remember the facts.
Imagine.
Right
But
now
instead,
is where we
in my
fact
experience,
that this can be
is
the
so-
eyes of
Yeah,
all,
they
then
have
you would be
excuses.
evil.
This is not
biggest
leading
danger
and learn that
still
do
is
that.
what
In
should
front
be
of their very
continue
eyes.
making.
And if the people are not fully aware of, we
Of
can
mass
start
extinction.
hear us at least some level. This is not leading. All about
is being
how do you
sacrificed.
react, understand.
You only talk.
We
I
will
have
not
seen
let you
it.
get away with this. Is all wrong.
That
Apart from clever
the lack
accounting,
of awareness,
some kind of future
opportunity
generations
to be able to travel around the world.
have been unaware
I have seen
but
it.
are now starting
People
to wake
are
up.
A reason
And that
to
is the
speak.
hope
The changes
all the
required
time.
are still.
I started
But then I
nothing has
found
been done.
Is
this is
money.
not leadership. I have been fortunate enough, but I would
some
really
more
like
than
to know.
others.
This is not leadership.
Collapsing.
In fact, how can we? This is
You,
what I want you to
my
focus
childhood, I shouldn't be up here.
on. Even though because it's too uncomfortable having to take real action. And I still your behavior when you talk in public
The eyes
and to
of
avoid
all
without sounding alarmist and saying things
The sensible thing to do.
Forgive you.
and around it goes. Change. It comes from the people. And cars are coming at full speed.
We could all do
For
together
hope.
if we really
And
wanted
around
to.
and around
Those
it
phrases
faces.
Continue to
But
look
the
away.
biggest danger,
Is the money.
you don't know
And
where
fairy
you
tales
put again.
Forgive you. How
For
dare you
change.
pretend?
But since that is still being ignored, this may sound impressive.
We will not let you get away with this.
Personal or emotional. I would really like to know. Feeling almost nothing is being done to these numbers.
We need to focus
Over
Right
and over
now
again,
is where we
because
stand
in the middle of the road. Why I say
because
those
then
things with the same
anger.
bad
I
ideas.
say,
We
come
draw the
here.
line that the biggest
Those
danger
phrases
is
that
when you
this
talk
can
in
be
public
so
is
every
what should
second.
be
This is
misleading to these numbers.
Saying that
In an
you're doing
emergency,
enough.
you
Future
change your
generations
ambition.
is the money. I started
Maybe you're stealing
the
their
earth,
future.
the
You're
situation
making
To be
make a
able to
difference.
travel around
because
the world.
collapsing.
Every second
is
start
rich
with something
people.
will
You say
most
you love
likely
your
do
children.
more harm
How
than
can
good.
we
choose
in
to
the
fail
first
us?
place?